Hi, I have received so many questions lately about intermittent fasting, and people ask if I would recommend intermittent fasting for weight loss. My answer is by and large, no. I'm not a big fan of intermittent fasting, and in this video, I'm going to tell you why and what you can do to lose weight. So I'm Sarah with The Holy Mess, and I've been maintaining a over 100 pound weight loss. It's now at 130 pounds for almost 20 years. And I have led thousands of women on weight loss challenges in our Faithful Finish Lines membership program and helped lots of women lose weight. So let's talk about intermittent fasting, what it is, the benefits that people say that it involves, and if it will help you with your weight loss. So intermittent fasting is very simply not eating. It is having a period of time where you don't eat. In a traditional sense, what intermittent fasting would actually typically be would be in a week's time having a day where you don't eat for 24 hours. These days, what's actually more popular is what is really time restricted eating, or TRE. And that is having a set period of time during the day that you don't eat and then a window that you do eat. So they'll talk about like a window open, a window closed, or you might hear things like 16-8 or 12-12. Basically, all that means is in a 24-hour period, you have this window where you eat and a window where you don't. And during the time that you're not eating, you're fasting. And so it's trying to close the window of time to be smaller when you are eating and having a bigger period of time that you don't eat. What is very popular is 16-8, which for most people, what that would mean is that they're not eating for 16 hours, so they're not eating breakfast. They're basically skipping breakfast and just eating lunch and dinner and then closing that window. It can vary by person, but that's typically what it means. I'm not a big fan of skipping breakfast. I think that for people that have food and weight issues, it's really helpful to eat breakfast. That's not saying that everyone needs to, but I can tell you that when I was 100 pounds heavier, what I would do is I was a points hoarder or a calorie hoarder. I would try to eat a very light breakfast if I ate anything at all, a very small lunch. I ate a huge dinner. And then I basically snacked from after dinner until bedtime, which really meant overeating or even binge eating through the night. And then when I woke up in the morning, I wasn't hungry for breakfast. And then the whole cycle started over. And that kept me stuck in binging and overeating. What is so much healthier is to eat breakfast and then think about it as throughout the day, you want to flood your body with nutrition. How can you get the most nutrition into the food that you're eating? And you want to consistently give your body calories that it needs so that you can function during the day. During the daytime hours, you want to be eating to give your body fuel and nutrition that it needs. And if you are someone like me who has struggled with nighttime eating, which is something I still have to be very consistent in working on, it is extremely important for me to eat healthy during the day. So I eat a good quality breakfast with plenty of protein and some vegetables. I eat a good quality lunch with definitely plenty of protein, vegetables, and some fruit. And I eat a really high quality dinner that typically is a little bit smaller. And usually I have some kind of a dessert or treat or snack. I don't snack a lot right now because of some of my digestive issues, but I think that snacking is totally fine. But I make sure I have so much high quality nutrition throughout the day. So rather than intermittent fasting, for most people, you would be better off eating a good quality breakfast, a good quality lunch, and a good quality dinner that will set you up for success. Now, I do think there is some benefit to looking at time-restricted eating in the sense of maybe not eating after dinner or only having one small snack. Try to think of it as most of us don't need that much nutrition when the sun goes down. So if you're eating during those daylight hours, when you're doing the most activity, that's when your body needs the food. And the truth is that for many of us, when we're eating after the sun goes down, it's for entertainment. And that's where the calories can come in, because you're eating food that your body doesn't actually need. So if you're eating for entertainment reasons at night, then it makes sense that maybe you would try to have a window of maybe you eat from 6 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night. Not to be super strict about that, but simply to eliminate the eating that isn't really necessary. Eating popcorn in front of the TV is not for nutritional reasons, it's for entertainment value. And if your goal is weight loss, then it's it's time to shift some of that entertainment eating into more substantial eating of what your body needs. Another reason that I'm not a fan of intermittent fasting is that many of us with food issues have a history of either binging or black and white thinking that leads to on again, off again, restricting calories and then overeating. If you're someone who has restricted your calories during the day and then overeaten at night, are you someone who restricts throughout the week, does their weigh-in, and then like eats a cheat meal on weigh-in day or a whole day of, what you would call cheating? Are you someone who is very strict during the week and then overeats on the weekends? Are you someone who's very strict and then overeats on vacation or at holidays? If those are some of your patterns, then I don't recommend intermittent fasting. If you have any history of binge eating, which I do, a very long history of binge eating, then intermittent fasting I don't believe is healthy for me. I think it's much more important for me to have a steady plan of quality nutrition throughout the day and not getting too hungry or not restricting in a way that might lead to me binging later. What about the medical benefits? Because many people talk about the medical benefits, either the health benefits of intermittent fasting or the calorie benefits, that it will help you lose weight faster. There are some medical benefits to intermittent fasting, so that's something to discuss with your doctor. It can help with aging. For me, the benefits do not, at this point in my life, outweigh how important it is to maintain my weight loss. I have so much medical benefit from living life at my goal weight compared to when I was 250 pounds. That was when I had, real health concerns. And so for me, eating quality food throughout the day is so much more important because that helps me stay at my goal weight. As far as the ways that it will help your metabolism, there might be some slight benefits, like perhaps you'll move into a little bit more of a fat burning zone, but they're really slight. What will help you get to your goal weight is eating fewer calories than you burn. That's it. That is the only thing. Everything that's popular these days, whether it's keto or Whole30 or Weight Watchers, which I actually am a proponent of, they all work the same way, and that is by helping you eat fewer calories than you burn. Nothing magical happens with intermittent fasting. Maybe there's a slight benefit, but we're talking like maybe 25 or 50 calories a day. Maybe there's a slight benefit to being in ketosis, but again, 25 to 50 calories. We're not talking about a huge amount of calories. You can definitely have that same calorie deficit by eating a healthy diet in other ways. There is nothing magical about intermittent fasting. The one thing that I do think intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating can be beneficial for some people is that it gives you some boundaries. I'm a firm believer that we all need healthy boundaries for weight loss. That's just the way that weight loss works. For us as Christians, that's what the Bible talks about. So I recorded a video earlier about food freedom. You can check that out. One of the affirmations that I mentioned in that is that boundaries give us freedom. True freedom comes from having healthy boundaries. That's true with your budget. That's true with your money. It's true with your calories. It's true with weight loss. So for some people, intermittent fasting has proved to be really helpful because it helps them realize how much they're snacking, or it helps them realize how much they're eating a night before bed when they really weren't even all that hungry. They were just doing it for entertainment. So having some of those windows can be beneficial in that it helps you have some healthy boundaries. But you can have healthy boundaries in other ways too. You can do that by tracking. You can do that by not snacking between meals or only having planned snacks. There are lots of ways that you can include boundaries and still lose weight. So those are my thoughts on intermittent fasting. For most people, I don't recommend it, but of course, talk to your doctor. I'm Sarah with The Holy Mess. Thanks for watching.